Hey hookers, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. What do you guys think of my new intro? Personally, I like it a lot because it's shorter and cleaner. Anyway, yes, I'm back with another review of some unpopular kpop opinions I found on Reddit. Because people never shut the hell up about their opinions. And I'm an asshole. My last video did surprisingly well as it was only the first video I've ever made. And I got some interesting comments that actually agreed with me or made me see a slight error in my logic. My opinions didn't change drastically, but they have had minor changes within them. So thank you all for the refreshing viewpoints. With that said, let me put this out for those who don't have brain cells. This video contains other people's opinions. This is simply me commenting on them. If you agree, that's splendorific. If you don't, I don't really see an issue with it. As always, feel free to share your opinions down below, and give me a thumbs down because those always tickle my pickle. Remember children, everyone is entitled to their opinions, and all we can do is be respectful of them even if you don't agree. Number 1. Relating BTS to everything. Before I get into this one, I just wanna say that isn't it funny how they always show up somewhere? Like no matter what K-pop type of video it is, they or their fandom are always brought up. BTS as the Illuminati, I confirm. Anyways, this person said it's not even that I hate BTS. I'm a multi and an army. But the fact that people are relating BTS to other groups that have no relation to them, it's pissing me off. This one I can and can't agree on. While it bothers me when people bring up BTS or any group for that matter when they have nothing to do with conversation, it annoys me. But it doesn't make me mad enough to go in Reddit and all that. I find it weird and annoying that some armies will be like, oh wow, good job NCT127 on your comeback. Army approved. Bitch. Us end citizens didn't ask for your approval. I get it when you're supporting a group you don't stan or you like their comeback or something. But why do some armies make it prevalent that they are an army when it has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about? It wouldn't be such an issue if it wasn't every fucking where. I specifically remember reading the comments under ITZY's wannabe MV and there being at least 4 comments like this. I don't understand what relevance whatever fandom you're in had to do with you liking the song or not. Is that supposed to be a way of saying even though I'm an army I like this song even though it's not by BTS? Because that's unnecessary as shit to do. You could simply comment that you don't stan said group but you are proud of them for doing whatever it was they did. Number 2. I don't think Red Velvet needed Yeri at all. I find Yeri kind of overrated and I don't think she is a talented vocalist or a singer. Okay, she is nice, funny, etc. But the other members' vocals are much more better than Yeri's and Yeri doesn't do anything at all for Red Velvet musically.
Go ahead and log out for me.
Reading this made my acne come back. All those hours of streaming Luna for my perfectly clear skin out the fucking window. Look, I get it. Not everyone has to like a member of a group, but to blatantly call her untalented and basically call her boring and useless. Excuse me mom, what do you do for a living? Vocal lessons and technique? No? Shut your broke ass up then. I have a strong feeling this opinion is based off of Yeri joining the group late. And if you aren't a moron you would know that Yeri was supposed to debut with Red Velvet. She just didn't because SM is a shady bitch who will do anything to cover their ass. I know not all idols have talent and are just casted because of looks. But Yeri is not one of them. She had more talent than a lot of people give her credit for. And it's sad. Yeri has more talent in a single strand of her hair than half of you bitches do in your whole body. I have nothing more to say other than I could never agree with this. If someone held a gun to my head and told me to say this genuinely, I would belt out every Yeri part in every Red Velvet song period. Number 3. You don't have to do a high note to prove you're a main vocalist. Many idols have a different unique voice. But in my opinion you don't always have to do a high note of you are a main vocalist. You can still have a powerful impact with your voice without doing a high note. I agree 10,000%. Some K-pop stans think that just because their faves screeched obnoxiously on stage they hit the world's best high note and deserved to be labeled as the best vocalist in the industry. Baby, it don't work like that. Coming from someone who's been training vocally all her miserable life, I can tell you this. Being a good singer/vocalist is all about tone, technique, stability, etc. Singing a note that isn't in your range at all for 4 seconds is not. Personally, I like it better when an idol has a deeper voice or they hit a deeper note. Idols like Mingi, Yuki, and Jisoo tend to attract me more because of the unique deepness in their voice that I feel a lot of groups are lacking. But that's just based on personal taste. I still love hearing high notes, and I think they're amazing and require a monstrous amount of talent. Whenever we hear one, we should most certainly applaud it, but only when it is executed well. Number 4. I don't really enjoy listening to Jungyeon sing. I kinda hate her vocal color.
Next caller! Next caller! Next caller! Cause you ain't talking about nothing, bitch. Next caller!
Everyone's just hating on my faves today. I didn't really bother to go on to why they feel that way because it was short, and let's be real. The introduction didn't lead me to think their opinion was going to lead to any constructive words. Call me crazy, but that seems like it's slightly hating on Jungyeon more than it is giving an opinion on her voice. Some of my fellow onces might cut my head off, but I don't care, I'm gonna say it anyway. Jungyeon deserves to be main vocalist, not lead. I love her voice more than words to describe. Between Jungyeon and Chaeyoung, they are, in my opinion, the best vocalists in Twice. Their stable, unique, and tasteful voices always have me replaying their parts. It really upsets me that JYP doesn't give them more lines. Now obviously with Feel Special I was super happy and satisfied. I hope it's always that fair from now on. Jungyeon has an amazing voice. I hope JYP will have Twice do more concepts that make her vocals really shine like Feel Special did. Number 5. Making memes about or assuming an idol's sexuality is just as bad as sexualizing them. Now to preface, I'm sure there are people who do it, joke about it, and mean no harm. I'm not trying to claim people who make these jokes are as bad as those who sexualize idols, but the act of what they are doing essentially does the same thing and is incredibly disrespectful. Before I get into this, I wanna continue to read what this person said and then give my opinion, because what they say is too good of a supporting argument to not include. The only way these people can reach these conclusions is through assumptions, which are harmful, and often always out of a niche section of events/information to prove one's own fantasy rather than it being based in any actual reality. The excuse it's for validation or visibility is pretty shitty because there are a few LGBTQ idols, and you don't need visibility in every single form of media you consume. The people I see doing this also often have access to their own country's media that does have LGBTQ representation. Obviously there is a long way to go, but fantasizing about someone being LGBTQ for representation isn't a scapegoat for how weird it is. Yeah, I agree on this with my whole heart. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen compilations on YouTube or Instagram talking about how Sana from Twice is gay, or how Jihyo and Momo from Twice are definitely bisexual, and all the shipping between members in BTS and other boy groups, mostly BTS from what I've seen. There's honestly so much of this quote-unquote content, it's insane. You guys have to take into consideration that they live in South Korea, a not so LGBTQ welcoming country. A rumor like this could absolutely damage their image. I know it's not fair to assume everyone's straight, but to force a sexuality on someone isn't the next best thing either. If someone is in the LGBTQ community, let them tell you so. Do not try and tell them their sexuality. If someone isn't gay, don't be so bitchy and disappointed when they aren't. If someone is bisexual or queer, and they end up with someone who's of the opposite gender, don't say their sexuality was never valid, and don't say that you quote unquote lost them to the straight people. Do you jackasses realize how rude that is to the person and their significant other? Have some decency, Carol. If they are straight and other people are telling them, oh you're not straight, you act so gay, you have to be gay, just say you are. How do you think that makes the person feel? You guys need to learn the difference between someone actually wholeheartedly being interested in the same gender, or all genders, and someone playing around and being affectionate towards their friends. If I were to kiss my friend on the cheek or hug her from behind, does that make me gay? Of course not. So leave these idols alone. If they truly are in the LGBTQ community, we will find out for ourselves. Thank you all for watching my second installment of me reviewing K-pop opinions from Reddit. I hope you all enjoyed this and maybe even agreed with me. If you didn't, let me know why in the comments. I always like to see other opinions, as long as they aren't stupid, because there are some stupid ones. See you guys next time.